Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to excel as a surgical tech? Maybe you are considering this career path and want to know if you have what it takes to stand out in the operating room. Now, the truth is, the difference between an average surgical tech and one that surgeons specifically request for their toughest cases isn't just about what you learn in school. It is about developing 5 critical skills that will make you invaluable on the surgical team. I am Landon from the OR Insider, and I am here to show you the fastest, most affordable path to launch your career as a surgical tech. Today, I am revealing the 5 essential skills that will make you stand out in the operating room. So let's get started. Skill number 1, technical knowledge and instrument mastery. As a surgical tech, you'll be working with hundreds of specialized instruments. You'll need to know exactly what each one does when it's needed and how to hand it to the surgeon perfectly every single time. All right, just imagine you are assisting in a cardiac procedure. The surgeon suddenly encounters unexpected calcification. Now, before they even ask, you are already reaching for the specialized forceps that they need. The surgeon gives you an appreciative nod, knowing that you have just saved precious seconds in a critical moment. That is the level of instrument mastery that will make you an exceptional surgical tech. Now, when you develop this intuitive understanding, you'll create such a smooth workflow that surgeons will specifically request you for their most challenging cases. Skill number 2, absolute attention to detail. In your role as a surgical tech, the smallest details will matter immensely. You'll be responsible for ensuring that every element in the operating room meets perfect sterile standards. Picture yourself preparing for an abdominal procedure. As you were organizing the instrument table, you notice a slight discoloration on what should be a perfectly sterile instrument. Now, because you have trained your eye to catch even the tiniest abnormalities, you immediately replace it. Now, what could have been a serious infection for a patient is prevented because of your attention to detail. When you develop this razor-sharp focus, you'll become the person the entire surgical team relies on to maintain the safest possible environment for every patient. Skill number 3, adaptability under pressure. As a surgical tech, you'll quickly learn that procedures rarely go exactly as planned. I mean, that's most things. Your ability to think on your feet and adapt to sudden changes will be tested daily. Now, just imagine you are assisting with what began as a routine laparoscopic procedure. Suddenly, the surgeon announces they need to convert to an open approach due to unexpected bleeding. In that moment, you'll need to swiftly adjust your entire setup, prepare different instruments, and anticipate a completely new sequence of steps, all while maintaining perfect sterile technique during an increasingly tense situation. When you master this adaptability, you'll thrive even in the most challenging situations, remaining effective exactly when it matters most. Skill number 4, strategic communication. In the operating room, how you communicate will be just as important as what you communicate. You'll need to develop a style that provides perfect information without breaking the surgeon's concentration. Imagine yourself assisting in a complex neurosurgery. You notice the surgeon approaching a critical structure from an angle with limited visibility. Now, rather than interrupting with unnecessary words, you'll simply reposition the lighting and adjust your assistant position, offering a quiet structure at 2 o'clock, giving exactly the information needed at exactly the right moment. Now, as you learn each surgeon's preferences and communication style, you'll become the tech they specifically request because you have mastered this seamless partnership. Skill number 5, physical and mental endurance. Now, this might be the skill that surprises you most about becoming a surgical tech. Look, you will be standing for hours during procedures, sometimes 8, 10, or even 12 plus hours, often in the same position, needing to maintain perfect focus throughout. Picture yourself in hour 10 of a complex spinal reconstruction. While others might be losing concentration or physically struggling, you've developed both the physical stamina to maintain your position and the mental endurance to anticipate the surgeon's needs, the same precision you had in hour 1. Now, when you build this endurance, you'll not only excel in challenging cases, but sustain a successful career that can be physically and mentally demanding day after day, year after year. So, now that you understand these 5 essential skills, you're probably wondering how you can develop them and launch your surgical tech career. Look, when you start your career, you cannot be good at everything. These skills take time to develop. However, as an entry-level surgical tech, you do need a proper foundation. And for that, you need to enroll in a formal training program. Now, traditional educational paths typically involve on-campus programs that can take up to 2 years to complete. These programs come with rigid schedules that don't fit around your existing life commitments and They typically cost $20,000 or more, which is a huge investment when you are just starting out. But hey, here's the good news. You don't need to go down this old traditional path. There is a proven approach that could help you get job ready as a surgical tech in as little as 4 to 6 months. With this approach, you can get your education 100% online for less than $2,000. Now, to learn more about this approach, you can sign up for our free Surgical Tech Masterclass. In this masterclass, you'll discover what your day-to-day life will actually look like as a surgical tech, how much you can expect to earn, and how your career can grow over time. The critical requirements you need to meet as an entry-level surgical tech. An honest comparison of different training options so you can choose what is best for you. Plus, in this masterclass, you'll learn about the proven preppy approach, which is helping thousands of students nationwide start towards a career in healthcare faster and without big price tags. Look, if you want to become a surgical tech in the next few months instead of years, I highly recommend checking out this masterclass. And like I said, it is absolutely free. This approach could help you start towards your career without student loan debt and without going back to school. Now, to sign up, just click the link in the description down below. I'll also make sure to add it down in the comments. Hey, I highly recommend watching this free masterclass. Well, all right, folks, that is all that we have for today. And by the way, here is something to consider as you think about your future surgical tech career. The 5 skills we have discussed today aren't just nice to have extras. They are your foundation for becoming not just employed, but truly exceptional in the operating room. Every day, I see how surgical techs who master these skills become the most respected, most requested members of a surgical team. Now, which of these skills do you think would come most naturally to you? Which might you need help to develop? Share your thoughts down below in the comments, and I'd love to hear where you see your strengths. Now, if this inside look at what makes a great surgical tech was helpful for your career planning, please hit that like button and subscribe for more insights that can help you launch your health career faster. And as always, until next time, this is Landon, signing off. Take care.